We are getting into Stonefort, and we have Team Consty, the pride of Brazil, in blue on the bottom, Team Alex in red at the top.
An early advantage for Team Alex. Remember, they're going to be trying to grab those 10 gems that spawn in the center of the map there. Right now, the blue team does have dominance in that center spot, but there's a lot of poke damage coming in from all sides.
Very surprising that blue team controls the center, given that the red team picked the turret-owning control brawler comp. So it's very interesting that I think that the blue team was able to grab that early control.
Early control here, but we don't see any of the supers being deployed yet. Just now, finally, Jessie gets her turret down and some follow-up from Pam there on the top left corner. That is going to be a great dominating position there in the center. You do notice that Shadow Jitsu is holding all of the gems for the red team. That's typically what we see in these high-level matches, just one player hoarding all the gems that they can.
Jessie's turret is down and her super is not up yet. She needs to get her super charged up again and get it down because so much of her power is tied up in that dragon turret.
Loss of the center there is going to bring Team Consty back into primacy, though. Poco just hiding right there in the bush, trying to sneak out and grab one gem at a time.
About halfway through the gems, 6-5 lead. Remember, there's no time limit in gem grab. The first team to grab 10 gems and hold on to them for 15 seconds will be declared the winner of this game.
A huge hit out the right side from Skyrex, able to take down Pam's turret and push her back all the way to the top right corner. We do have Shadow Jitsu trying to make a few more stabs in there, but hasn't been able to get her super down yet, and that is absolutely crucial for Team Alex if they want to be able to reestablish in the center of the map.
10 on Consty. It's really hard to take down a Poco because he heals every time he attacks, and his super heals him even more. They have to converge on Consty. Consty hanging on the right side of the map in the bushes, hiding. There's only 2 red team members up, and they're so far away. This looks really good for Team Consty. It's 3, 2, 1, and game 1 goes to Team Consty. And they are one step closer to that trophy. You can see it on stage there. Team Consty goes up 1-0, pushing their record in this event to 10-1.
10-1, and they only have 2 more matches to win to claim that big trophy and the largest prize that Brawl Stars has ever seen. We saw some very clever play there toward the mid and late game as they established that gem lead and didn't give any opportunity for Team Alex to try to poke away and get a few more. You know, Poco did get quite a few heals off, but I think it's really the pressure from Terra right there in the center just denying that field advantage for Team Alex that really got Consty the win.
The early game went to the blue team as they were able to grab a couple gems early on. It looked like the red team was able to push back. They controlled the center. They had some turrets up, but when they were even about 5 and 6, there was one moment where Jessie took a lot of damage and had to retreat, and in that moment, the blue team was able to run in, grab the remaining gems they needed, and get out of dodge.
Only need to have 10 to get the win, and with that nice 10 stack, they were able to sneak around in those bushes, deny sight to their opponents, and it seemed like even when they were trying to focus all of their attention on the only one player who had all 10 gems, they just couldn't get around the turrets that were being set up, couldn't manage to find through the bushes what they were looking for. Team Alex is going to have to try to turn it around now in Heist. Now, they might actually have the advantage here. Consty's only loss in this entire tournament so far was on a Heist map against Team Ray in the semifinals.
Consty has the first pick in this mode and goes with Bull and Brock. Team Alex is going to have Dynamite and Daryl. I think these are 2 really aggressive combinations. Bull and Daryl can both charge onto the safe. Dynamite and Brock can put incredible amounts of damage on the safe from afar. This might be an absolute safe race right from the start.
I'll give the advantage to Consty on these picks. I really like Bull, especially when there's a lot of barriers to try to get around. And it looks like starting off right now, Bull in the bottom right here is getting taken down by Dynamite, an early good lead for Team Alex up top.
Team Consty's only loss was on Heist to an enemy Barley, so they grab Barley this time for their team to make sure that one weakness is not going to come back and bite him.
Nice snipe there from Consty. He does have a lot of long-range firepower, but Alex gets a roll in and lots of shots off on the safe, bringing it down to 84%. A good early start from Alex as he's going to retreat and charge up that super again.
That's the nice thing about Daryl. He's the only brawler in the game whose super charges up on its own, so if he can just hide in the bushes and recover his health, he can charge back in.
And with so many hit points, you gotta wonder if it's just gonna be a lot of wasted shots from Team Consty. Finally, they're getting their chance to fire away at that safe, and they get a ton of hit points off of it. That long range from Brock and the throws from YDE are getting it all the way down to the 30s and the 20s now, Ramham.
YDE has been such a stud in all of these matches. Consty gets all the credit, but YDE might be the MVP of this team. He is running in and out, getting damage, and still alive as Barley throwing one more fireball before going down.
A charge from Bull is absolutely what they needed. Team Consty picking up another victory here. They are now 2-0 with only one more win needed to claim the trophy.
Over a 90% win rate up to the finals of the Red Bull M.E.O. But Team Alex has been here before. They were down 2-0 in the semifinals and won 3 straight games. Can they do it again, Woody?
Bull charging in and Bull in a china shop, in fact, and just wrecking that safe at the end there. I think that Consty can do it again. I expect that this might even be able to close out in a 3-0 victory for them.
I can't talk enough about, we keep saying YDE, they say wide. I think it might stand for you die every time, because every time YDE is in position to make a play, he has been doing it for Team Consty.
Team Alex has been known to be able to pull off the reverse sweep, though. That's what they did in the semis, and that's what they're trying to do here now in the finals. Now, they've got a nice $8,000 purse just for getting second, but they want to double it and get first once again. Now's the time to pull out that playbook and show us what you got, Alex.
And in the semifinals, Team Alex started their comeback on Brawl Ball. This time they have the first overall pick. They choose Tara, followed up with Jessie. Consty has Pam and Spike. Backyard Bowl is a pretty wide open Brawl Ball map. There's a lot of things that can happen on that, so I think that's why they're going with some long-range brawlers and a lot of big supers that can wipe enemy teams.
Interesting pick from Team Consty down here. They still are going with Pam. We don't see her a whole lot on Brawl Ball, but she is one of the most strong brawlers in the game right now. Let's see if she can keep up some pressure and push Team Alex back up top.
And watch Nita and her bear. Because when we see Nita's bear come out, you have a power play. It's a 4 versus 3 little move there, so you got to watch out for Nita, because as soon as that super charges up, they can really push the offense. Oh!
Team Consty playing very defensively here. Now they're going to be pulling back with this ball, not trying to get the shot off this time. And it looks like we might be pulling back a little bit of lag that these players are suffering right now.
Yeah, this is going to be a rematch here on Backyard Bowl. The brawler picks will largely remain the same, so we will get to that game very shortly, so hang tight. Tara, what did you see in that little bit? We got a little bit of a preview of that battle, Woody. What jumped out to you?
Well, Team Alex had picked Tara and Jessie, so they needed something heavy to carry the ball. On the other hand, Consty already had Pam picked, and so there wasn't really much wiggle room for them to try to pick another brawler to carry it. We didn't see a whole lot of interaction, though, as we only got about 20 seconds of gameplay there, but did anything stand out to you, Pam?
One thing that jumped out to me is I understand that Pam's really good, great on every map, but she doesn't seem amazing on this map, so I'm surprised that Team Consty picked her.
Yeah, you know, that was actually one of the only times that we didn't see Pam picked in the match that Team Consty played beforehand. Pam works pretty well on pretty much every map except for Brawl Ball, so
I think the reason why that Pam is maybe not the strongest in Brawl Ball is, so you look at Gem Grab, you want to be in the middle, you want to hold the corner, but with Brawl Ball, it's constantly moving back and forth, so her healing turret doesn't allow you, it doesn't follow you around, right? So there's sometimes you play the healing turret, but then you got to move out of it, which takes away a lot of what can make Pam so strong.
Well, we do see Poco up on top for Team Alex, so not really any one brawler can be picked out as the ball carrier. It looks like they're instead just going to try to get a team wipe and then just carry it on in uncontested. It's an early lead for Team Alex as Team Consty loses one of their brawlers, but at the right side, there's still a big fight going on to try to take down this healing turret.
Great turret there by Jessie. It's covering that whole right side, but also the ball. It's really hard for the blue team to run up and grab the ball as long as Jessie's turret's there, so they have to spend their ammo to get rid of it, and that allows Team Red to regroup.
Consty and YDE are giving some long-range suppressing fire to just try to push this Team Alex back, and they've done it. Skyrex is going in for the kill. He's got the ball. He's running it straight in there. There is nothing to stop him. Skyrex has got the first score.
A lot of control, a lot of utility on Team Alex, but not a lot of damage. Tara, Poco, Jessie, none of them are high damage output characters. That allowed Nita with her solid health pool to just run in like a running back. Pick the ball up, take it into the goal. So that means that Team Consty, they are only one more goal away from securing a $16,000 first place prize, and they have 1 minute and 11 seconds to do it.
One goal, or even just defending for the next minute. They don't even have to get another goal if they can just keep Team Alex at bay up here on the top side of this map. Skyrex is in position to take another shot, but no, man, just toss the ball back and forth between Shadow Jutsu.
That's a good idea, because they have to use ammo to get rid of the ball, too. You are slowly exhausting their offense if you keep passing the ball back to them. Skyrex tries to get the ball near the goal. Maybe she's trying to set up for another bear. You can throw the bear behind that wall, clear out the defenders, and take the ball into the goal yourself.
All right, it's the last shot for Team Alex. They have 38 seconds. They do have possession of the ball, but that is a long way to get all the way to the opponent's side of the goal line. There's a 2v1 over on the left side. Alex BS is trying to get as close as he possibly can, but taken down there. I think that ball surrender is going to be it for Team Alex.
We're going to determine the distribution of $24,000 in the next 20 seconds, and right now, all of the momentum is on Team Consty's side. They're up 2-0. They just need to win this game in order to secure first place. 13 seconds to go.
Team Consty holding the ball and pushing even further. They are not going to be satisfied with a 1-0 victory. They keep trying to hand it off to the enemy, but Portal is going to be bringing it right back. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, nowhere near the goal. It's a victory for Team Consty. They are your champions of the Red Bull M.E.O.
3-0 in the finals, caps a 12-1 run, barely dropping a game as they crush this global field of Brawl Stars competitors. Team Consty from Brazil is going home with $16,000.
An epic finish and a lot of lessons to be learned for any aspiring Brawl Stars professional players. This was a team comp that we hadn't seen very often in the past before, but that's exactly what Consty wants to be known as, the anti-meta dominators. They find a comp of any three brawlers and somehow manage to make it work. Just through lots of practice, through lots of experience with each other, they get a feel for how their teammates work, and that synergy carried them to victory.
You can't prepare for what you don't expect, and Team Consty rode their unusual picks, their unique comps, all the way to the finals and the first place prize. You can see Team Consty forming up there in stage, holding that